You can unmute. Okay, good evening. Bernie's unable to be here, so I will be sitting in the chair. And at the moment, there is only 4 of us. Oh, looks like number 5 may have be showing up.
This is our applicant,
Oh, that's our applicant, yeah.
but we have 4, so we
We
do
have
have
4,
quorum.
so the meeting can move ahead. Okay. So these motions. Okay, and then mover and seconder for the public meeting of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board to be opened. Time being 5:30. We can get a mover. I'm going to go with Elizabeth and Axel. Thank you. Yeah, get rid of that one. And see, so we have to approve the agenda, and so mover and a seconder for the agenda. All right. Forgive me. Is that John? No, it's who? Oh, David. Okay, sorry. Yes, it is David. David and Axel. We'll let Catherine wait. Let's approve the agenda. And now so we then have, I gotta pull the other sheet up now here. Disclosure of pecuniary interest. None. We can move on. Deputations. We have none. Move on. Bylaw resolutions.
On the wrong agenda.
Yeah, that's the regular one, so.
I am the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is here.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, thank you. Applications to be considered. All right. So turn this over to Carrie now.
Thank you. So we have an application received from Ian Smith, acting as agent on behalf of the LRPB Lutheran Church for the property known locally as 3215 Dog Lake Road in Gorham Township. The application is proposing the creation of a new lot where the church would like to dispose of the existing parsonage on one lot with an area of 1.92 hectares, leaving 0.48 hectares to be retained for the church. The subject property fronts on Dog Lake Road, or Highway 589 in Gorham Township, is designated as rural in the official plan and zoned both institutional and rural in the zoning bylaw. The properties are abutted by all additional rural uses. So from our applicable official plan, a parcel held under unity of ownership as of June 1st, 1997 is not subdivided by consent into more than one parcel, exclusive of the retained parcel, except for the purpose of boundary adjustment, partial discharge of mortgages, easements, and rights of way. So there were 200 lots able to be created between 1997 and 2017, and we were not permitted to exceed 200 lots. However, this application is proposing to sever off a surplus house, creating a new lot that would not accommodate development on it that does not already exist. After speaking with multiple planners, it is the consensus that this is not the same as creating a new developable lot and should be permitted in spite of the 200 lot cap. This is what we would refer to as a separation of existing uses. The proposed lot does not meet the frontage or area requirements of the rural zone and would need a minor variance to permit the reduced sizes. On the institutional zone land being the retained lot, both the area and frontage requirements are going to be met. The proposed new lot would front on Dog Lake Road, and the applicant would have to contact the Gorham Roads Board or MTO for an entrance permit if one does not already exist. Well and septic are already in place on both of the proposed and retained lots, so conditions respecting these items are not required. We did not receive agency comments or public comments on this file, so it would be my recommendation that the application be approved with normal conditions, less the well and septic requirements, or sorry, the well requirements.
Would the candidate like to say anything?
No, my name is Ian Smith, as Carrie had indicated. I am a retired land use planner. Had over 35 years experience in land use planning on both the municipal and provincial levels. So I do concur basically with Carrie's planning report. And I'd just like to add that the residence, which is the parsonage, is now surplus to the needs of the church, and certainly their ability to dispose of the property will provide some long-term financial viability for the church, which is an important institution in the community fabric in the area. I don't really have a whole lot more to say, but I'm certainly here to answer any questions or concerns that board members may have.
Are there any questions that any board member wants to put to Ian, or you have a particular comment you may want to make?
No, I'm good.
Seeing none, then so we'll close the public meeting, and then we'll go to our regular meeting, and then we'll move our decision at that time. So we need somebody to move and second the adjournment of the public meeting. And I see that Elizabeth has her hand up, and we also have one more. Thank you very much, David. So meeting is adjourned.
Okay, well, I'll leave you, and thanks for your consideration.
Well, you can sit in if you want to, and we will be discussing and voting on it momentarily. And you'll get the
Okay, all right.
answer in a few
I
minutes.
wasn't sure. Wasn't sure whether you were going in camera.
No,
or
they're not in camera. These are
Okay.
public. So hang
Okay,
in,
thank you.
we'll be done.
Thank you.
Okay, so the time being 5:37. Then the regular meeting of the Lake Edinburgh Planning Board will be opened and moved by Catherine, second by David. All in favor, opposed if any is a better way of doing it with this crowd. Okay. Let me get the agenda, get the right agenda this time. Okay. Approval of the agenda. Thank you, David, and again, Elizabeth. All right. And disclosure of any pecuniary interests. Nobody. No deputations. So then we'll move on to the bylaw 1B0424. This is the application for the severance that we were just chatting about. And if I could get a mover for this, and then we'll Elizabeth and a seconder. Thank you again, David. So anybody want to make a comment before we vote? My only comment is I agree with Carrie. The interesting part about it is the lot count is 1 now. After it's sold, the lot count is still 1. We're not adding any new buildings. And so all in favor of this motion?
Aye.
Carried.
Gordon, if I may, while Ian's still here, Ian will send out the notice of decision that will list the conditions for you.
Sure.
And then, so you should receive that by Wednesday next week at the latest.
Great. Very
Okay,
good. Thanks. Yep.
thank you.
So congratulations, it's been approved, and you can now go have supper.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks. Well, have a good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, the Lakehead Planning Board approves the public meeting minutes of August the 1st. Mover,
September 5th. No?
thank you. Axel, second. We'll give that one to Elizabeth. Any minutes, anything coming out of the minutes that, what date?
I will speak to the scope change from JL Richards, but I could do that under correspondence.
Okay. Okay, that the Lakehead Rural Planning Board approves the regular meeting minutes of the, September 1st? Yeah, I didn't see,
Sorry, that's
September 1st.
5th.
Oh, 5th even. You got them all wrong. Clip and copy. Yeah. All right. Mover and a seconder. Okay, thanks, Axel and Elizabeth. All in favor? Carried. Okay. The resolution 57-024. Authorize. Okay. Carrie, do you want to talk about this one? Resolution.
Are we at the
57.
financial report?
Oh, yeah, no, we're on to the,
Mike got them in the head of order
so we need to do the financial report before the correspondence.
here? I got here minutes and then matters affecting the minutes, reports, financial report. Who speaks on that? Carrie?
It's just if anyone has any questions, it's just to present the information to the board.
No? Okay.
And then now we'll go
Wait a minute, I have a resolution here. When's this one done?
For the transfer payment agreement,
Yeah,
yep, I can talk to that right now.
okay.
So every year we receive correspondence in the way of a transfer payment agreement from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing. The agreement itself has been signed already by myself and Bernie, because there was a deadline of September 27th for that, but we do need a resolution accompanying it moving forward, where the board agrees that we sign for that. This is for our annual 40,000 in funding for the board.
All right, so we need a mover and a seconder for the monies. Again, we see David and Elizabeth. And anybody opposed? Carried.
Switching it up on us.
All right. And update from Richards.
So I included the scope change. I had a meeting with the consultants after our last meeting. I've included their scope change in the packages just so they identified that they had actually included a $1,500 additional workload, that they had were over budget, that we still owe $1,500 for additional work. And then the 3,000 for the PPS review. So it's not like the 4,350 plus HST that you see at the bottom is not entirely PPS review. That would be in the amount of approximately 3,000. And then the 1,500 for the extra work. So we do need approval from the board, not necessarily by resolution, but even just by direction, that we allow them to proceed with the scope change, or we do not. I would recommend that we do.
I think we let them do it.
Any other comments?
Did they ever explain what the extra 1,500 was for in terms of extra work?
They said to include funds related to work undertaken beyond the current budget as of today's date. Not really. Just the fact that they've gone like much longer than what was originally anticipated, probably, and additional paperwork. Plus, they joined our meeting in closed to provide information to the board previously, which was an additional cost as well.
All right. Yeah, just by show of hands, are we in favor of increasing it? Yeah, okay, we're all in favor then. Good. Give you
Thank
that
you.
direction. And then we have a request for
That's for
Concurrence.
clearance for a tower, yeah.
So this is not something that I'm aware that the board has done before. It really doesn't have any impact on us either way, other than we're accepting the fact that we are aware that T-Baytel is looking to put this self-support tower up. Its location, all this information was sent out last month. And now they've completed their awareness pitch, I suppose. And now they're looking just for this letter of concurrence from the board. They have provided, which I think I included in your packages, a template letter, which we can use to have the chair sign off on and send this back if the board wishes, or we can say no and they'll go to the ministry for a letter.
Anybody have a comment?
I'm fine doing it.
Yes. Yeah. So the Lakehead Borough Planning Board provides a letter of concurrence. And so we have a mover and a seconder. I see Elizabeth zipped her hand up and so did David. Very good. Anybody opposed? Carried. Okay, new business.
So I have a couple items that I received today. First, we had received correspondence from Gillies Township today regarding an open house for their new official plan and zoning bylaw. They're doing the open house next Wednesday, October 9th, between 6 and 8 p.m. at the Gillies Community Center. It's just an information piece if anyone is interested in attending. Second is we have received information that we are able to apply for special business case funding again. So we didn't actually do that last year and we still ended up with the $25,000 because I believe no other board applied. We can apply this year for an additional 25,000 to continue to support the official plan and zoning bylaw. I just have to write a report to that effect if the board is okay with me doing that.
May as well, because I think this thing's gonna drag on for a while longer.
Yeah, keep costing money.
Right, I agree. So we're in agreement, we'll apply for the money. Good, all right,
I don't have anything else.
nothing else? Closed section, there isn't one?
No.
Therefore, there's no matters arising from it. So I have one more resolution. That the meeting be adjourned at
5:49.
5:49 p.m. Mover? Oh, Elizabeth, there you are again, whipping an axle. Very good.
I got them.
Anybody opposed to closing the meeting? If not, we're adjourned.
Okay, let me just take us off of, I can't find my mouse.
Good evening.